Welcome to this week's podcast video. I'm run coach Chris Lucas from CMF Running, and today we have Kim with us, Kim Moffat.
Hello.
Run and health coach at CMF Running also. Nice to
be here.
You're like my first non-Charlotte person.
The guest.
Yeah. You're like the test case dummy for like the guest. It's like if Kim goes well, then
who knows?
Then branch out.
Yeah.
Start having other people.
Yes.
Scary, eh?
That's right. So yay.
Yeah. We're at Kim's house now for the next couple of months at least.
Yeah.
This is the base, Te Horo, Kapiti Coast. This is Kapiti Coast, eh?
It is.
Yeah. Cool. Which is in between Otaki and Waikanai. And we're parked up on the bus outside.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's very exciting.
So the three coaches are together.
Yay.
Yeah. We've started an unofficial run club on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Not expecting any other attendees.
Oh, Chester can come.
Yeah, he can come.
He's like part of the CMF crew.
The crew.
Yeah. Like a little bandana.
And when we're doing a training weekend on Easter weekend, 3 weeks out from the Faultline Ultra, and we might have a couple of the crew come down, eh?
Yeah.
So we might have other attendees on the unofficial Friday night Te Horo club run.
Yeah. That's cool. That's exciting.
It's a really good run. It's what's the run? We go up along.
It's the Mangoni North track. So we go from here up about 4K, and then we hit the Mangoni track, and then we go up about 3K and then drop down. We could run all the way into Waikanai, but then we turn around to come back. So it's about 10K, 11K. Yeah, nice track. Good to get some hills.
Yeah. So the idea is that we're it's like a Friday night tempo run. Yeah. Tempo heavy run.
Yeah. To
get a bit of this week we're going to do, because it's Friday today as we're recording this.
Yeah.
This week's going to be 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
Approximately.
Yeah.
Could be slightly more.
Yes.
Kim's got a thing about times. We've discovered.
I'm used to doing night.
Yeah.
I'm such an morning person that, this is like, jumping out of my comfort zone, but in a good way. Like, it's good to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, really healthy.
And I've realised too, because I prescribe Kim's training, and so I've realised too that Kim likes to stick to the time. If you put 70 minutes, that's 70 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So now we're going to, this is the next stage. Might start putting things in the training like 92.5 minutes approximately, just to mess things up a bit.
Yeah, I don't have to get my husband to come and pick me up.
Yeah. It's like the next stage. We've all got our own journeys for training. It's like the next layer of the training.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, things to look forward to.
Very much.
But that Friday heli tempo run's quite good. Like when you're doing ultra training, so tomorrow we're doing like a 7-8 hour like long mission out on the feet, a long cruisy mission, and to take a bit of tiredness into Saturday is pretty cool. On the legs before the mission, before that cruisy mission, and then sort of see how the legs are on Sunday. Obviously, you got to build up to that kind of regime. Don't just throw yourself into it. But it's pretty good, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Last week we did
Last week was big.
Varied version of it too. So we did I think we did 75 minutes tempo hills, and then Saturday morning we did parkrun.
Like boot camp.
Solid effort. Yeah. Solid effort parkrun. And then what did we do?
Then we went out on Saturday night.
Oh, Saturday night.
Yeah, which we'll talk about soon.
It
was part of the first part of the Faultline 100 miler.
Yeah.
Course.
So we did like about 3 hours 40ish.
Yeah. In the dark. Misty.
The weather was pretty crap too. Yeah, it was windy.
Not much views.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So you couldn't see Kapiti Island, which is beautiful. Yeah.
But we'll talk about that soon. So Kim obviously you've been with us for about a year now, eh? CMF Running.
Be a year in May. Yeah. I know that.
Correct.
I'm very good at numbers and dates too.
Yeah, you always remember birthdays, eh?
Yeah, very good at
I'm like
that.
the complete opposite.
Yeah.
So Kim does like run coaching and health coaching, which is pretty awesome. So because you're a naturopath,
I'm a
by
qualified
trade,
naturopath.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you've done it for quite a long time, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's been part of my world for trying to think how old I am. Well over 20.
Still young.
20 years is when I've really dipped my toes into natural health.
Yeah.
And then I took up a 4-year degree in naturopathy. And it's just I've always been pulled towards the alternative way of living. So I take on people who feel like they need different layers, pulled away. It's not just a one size fits all approach. So when I take people on board, I give them a whole round about 90 minutes, sometimes 2 hours consultation, and it really dives deep into every aspect of their life.
She's done that with me as well in a number of.
Yes, so I know lots about Chris now.
She's helped me a lot.
And some things that I ask may not feel relevant, but they always are. It's me taking all that away and then making a wellness plan for you, which is in stages. So I don't like to overwhelm people with lots of changes because that doesn't tend to work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me, and I know it doesn't work for many other people. It's just that
it's a real common health thing. Big changes fast don't work. It's like that boot camp mentality, eh?
That's right.
Yeah. Like,
small steps.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, because it's still early in the year, seeing people like you just sort of see online people like jumping into boot camps at the start of the year, New Year's resolutions.
Yeah,
and there's like this crazy exercise regime that comes out of nowhere, and then there's this crazy calorie restriction thing going on. Along with that, it's really like it causes a lot of sort of metabolic stress, I guess, or physiological stress on the systems.
Yeah,
and actually, a couple of people that I've seen doing that. The old boot camp thing and the calorie restriction thing with the training.
Yeah.
They both ended up with getting crook and having issues.
Yeah.
And doctors sick and all that kind of stuff.
It's just too much. Too much for your system. And that's why, going back to like just treating everyone individually.
Yeah.
Because everyone is very different. So what works for you may not work for me.
Totally.
So it's just me.
Small changes gradually.
Yeah. And once you are committed to it, sometimes it's a little bit like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, giving up my coffee, or for example, or
not everyone has to give up coffee.
No one. Yeah, that's right. That's not a must. But for example, like some people do find that hard, and but we just sort of tweak things. Yeah. So, and I have had people, they drink 5 cups of coffee a day. So I don't say no coffee. It's just more like we'll just gradually decrease. Yeah.
I know for me, like one of the big things that were good for me, like that I learned from you was like my mindset stuff, like changing my mindset around. I didn't realize that how I was thinking and what my mindset was affected my physical health so much.
Yeah.
And a lot of people know, but my autoimmune conditions are sort of like the psoriasis, leaky gut, sort of stuff, and fatigue is a big part of that, and then part of that fatigue is like the depression over the top of it, and digestion issues, and then obviously the skin problems, and I think there's a bit of a thyroid thing going on with my my temperature moderation was all out the creek. I'd be middle of summer and I'd be freezing cold.
You've got your jacket on. And...
Yeah. And this was all just 1 year ago, actually.
Yeah.
Just over 1 year ago.
So just making those small changes can just make a difference. Just the way you think. There's that whole, what do we say? We are what we eat, but we are also what we think.
Yeah. It's incredible. I used to think that stuff was bullshit, eh?
Yeah.
Like that
It's just
I'd be like woo woo stuff.
Probably is a little bit woo woo, but it works. Like if it works, yeah. I mean, I've got one client at the moment, and her whole mindset has changed so much now. She calls herself a runner, and it's just and it's just all through talking to her, and she's believing it now. So it's just setting up those intentions and
and then it's momentum, just like run training, it's one thing I really advocate. When training people with their running, it's the same sort of principles. Like momentum is so important. Once you have the momentum going in a positive direction, especially after something like an injury, as well, it's like the same sort of thinking. Once you have someone that's been injured and you're sort of heading them in the right direction or in the recovery direction, the momentum's there and everything becomes positive. And it's the same thing with health. And
you're going to have your bad days. It's like you have your bad runs, you have your bad days, but that doesn't mean it's the end. You just get back up on the horse and you work it out. Like, if you go for just say there's a bad run, it could be because you didn't sleep, or you weren't drinking enough, like just all those different things. So yes, I do. So that's basically what I do, is I really try and take off the layers of what's going on for people. Some people. And
it's not just folks with like autoimmune or health like things going on. Maybe you're someone who's more advanced athlete maybe, and you want optimization, like help around nutrition or just optimizing stuff so you can get better. Like that kind of stuff. Yeah. So very exciting.
It's very exciting. So that's sort of what I do.
So you've helped a lot of our crew, like, because often we start working with someone and then you sort of realize that there's like other like things sort of going on in the mix, and it's like awesome for us to be like, hey, you want to go work with Kim for a while? There's some things we can achieve here, and really awesome results. And we'll talk about Ricky as well.
So Ricky was one of my
and Kim paced Ricky at Tarawera.
So it was like a good combo, really, wasn't it? It was sort of flowed quite well. So you coached him. Yeah. And then he came on board with me. It was December, and he just wanted me to look at sort of his eating, what he was eating, and also with Ricky, he had, I would say, like maybe a major cramping issue.
Definitely.
Like during runs.
I think that's what kind of sparked the start of that journey. Actually, was the cramping.
Yeah. So, like cramping, the first thing that most people think about is the electrolytes are out of whack, or not enough hydration. But with Ricky, he was quite different. He was, we had to sort of go a bit deeper with Ricky. And for him, it was his iron levels. So as part of that consultation, he told me that he's always had low iron, and which is another cause of cramping.
Because like something about blood, oxygen, not too much oxygen.
Yeah, you don't have enough oxygen for the muscles, and it's just sort of restricts that flow, I guess. So he wasn't eating that much red meat. So we really sort of pumped that up a bit, or a lot. And again, making those small changes. So, and just taking out a few of, not food groups, but just specifics like the nightshades, the dairy, the gluten, which are common sort of triggers, not for cramping, but just
common inflammation.
That gut health
inflammation triggers,
Yeah. And it really, I saw him when we did the Rotorua weekend, and he looked good, and he was feeling like mentally as well. He was feeling, because he wasn't, I guess, suffering from the cramping makes a difference.
Yeah, because there's like direct correlation with gut health and mental health too, as well.
Oh, big
for
time.
myself, big time. Addressing my things have helped me feel mentally better.
Yeah.
Not low and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I noticed a massive, and as someone was like, that there was, prescribing and monitoring Ricky's like run training, I noticed a difference like in his data and training. You could see it, like you could see the data improvement, like from his runs.
Yeah.
Just less stress going on the body and.
Yeah. And Ricky had always a good sort of, he was pretty, his mindset was pretty solid, and he just had, he just did what he had to do, and he just, he really, I think he had like, how am I going to do this? I think that's quite a natural, that change for people. But he did it, and he did amazing.
Yeah, he had an awesome Miler.
Yeah, he did amazing. And I was there as in the last 50
odd Ks, yeah, from Okataina.
Yeah, and I had been supporting him throughout the day with his beautiful fiance now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good day, and it was, he had a moment, and we knew that moment was going to happen. And
we talked about that in the men Charlotte were talking about that in the last podcast, the old that Riri Whakautu, the Bird Village carnage that a lot of people went through, the heat trap on the Tarawera Trail. Pretty epic. Yeah. So it was kind of in that.
Yeah. But he got through that, like mentally he got through that, and and then his physical body just sort of got through that as well.
So many people had carnage. Oh, because you're at Bird Village, like, did you see a lot of carnage around you that time you were there in the middle?
A lot of people were staying for a lot longer than probably what maybe they wanted to. It was quite a busy aid station.
Like a recovery.
Yeah.
Like a recuperation.
Yeah, it was quite, some people sort of pulled out then.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of DNFs there, and just...
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like quite early in the race as well, really, like...
It was like 88
Ks, especially if you've like trained like specifically for a miler, then you sort of generally quite often don't have issues that early in the miler, that early in the day. But there was a lot of people. We were getting reports of a lot of people having big issues there.
Yeah. But no, we just got Ricky moving again, and I think once he got moving, he was good. So I met him at Okataina.
Yeah, I was there as well during the night.
Yeah,
2 or 3 in the morning.
I started running with him about 2:15, and he was good. He was real. He was on a mission.
That's cool, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he recovered from his earlier, phase.
Yeah,
and was feeling much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's it like pacing someone during the night and stuff? Like, it's quite a long time, eh?
It is a long time.
Because what time did you guys finish?
We finished at 1. I was out with him for 10 hours.
Oh, yeah. 10 to 11 hours, eh? Yeah.
It was good. Like, overall, it was every emotion was felt, I think, especially at the end. I was, it's quite an honour to run with someone, and knowing how much it means to that person. It's like you're like feeling their emotion as well. And it was, we had lots of moments where we weren't talking, but then there was moments when we were talking, and just me checking in on him, but not as are you okay? It was just more like are you eating? Are you drinking? Like, how's your mind, Ricky? Like, that was
normal sort of pacer.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that he was still present. Not. Well, there was one moment he saw a face on a tree, so it was like bringing him back to and I just let him. I was in front. The majority of the time. At one point, because in the dark, there was one thing I did notice, is that I thought he was right behind me, but it was just his big shadow. And
there's double lights on. Crutch light.
And he was sort of a little bit way back. And so, he actually did tell me to slow down, but I just...
You were pulling him along.
I thought he was right there.
Yeah.
But it was... And the Okataina, but in the dark, it's quite different. It just didn't feel like it lasted as long as what it does in the daytime.
That's the interesting thing about running at night, eh? Like,
quite
that's
different.
One of my mindset things with running at night and during the night and stuff is, your world is just that beam of light.
Very much.
You don't have to worry about anything going on out there. You literally have just got this beam of light in front of you. That's all you got to worry about.
Yeah. My beam was quite small.
He had his double lights and lighting up the
that was amazing. Yeah, I liked his he had
waist light, eh?
Yeah,
it
was amazing. And then it was nice when it got light as well, I think. And then we gotten through that the night time, and
I think that sort of 3 to 5 a.m. period. Did you guys find that? Was there did you find it tiring? Yourself, were you tired at the time? Or
it's so interesting because time wasn't really I didn't even know what time it was.
Oh, yeah.
It's I even throughout the day when I was supporting him, I didn't. Yeah, it's just time is just so irrelevant.
That is what happens on that weekend, that Tarawera weekend.
Yeah,
everything is just.
Is it lunchtime yet? Is it dinner time yet? So I can't. Yeah, it was. I was quite happy that it turned light actually, and you can just sort of switch off your lights and see each other again, and
It's like a surge of energy, that comes as well with the daylight. Yeah, as well, I think.
Yeah,
I guess the body it's like a natural thing, I guess.
Yeah,
it's like you're waking up, except you haven't been asleep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And your body's saying, "Okay, we're waking up now."
Yeah. I know it was good, and it was and also just I guess with working with Ricky as well, it was nice to just be a part of the rest of that journey for him as well. And he was pretty I think when we got to Redwoods, and
it was so emotional.
It was very emotional.
That was actually more emotional than the finish.
Yeah, well, you're so close, and then I think having you and there was a few others. There was Michelle and Matt, and then Amelia could come and join that last 7K, and it's amazing. And Ricky, you could just see.
And the supporters, the volunteers, Redwood's are awesome.
Yeah,
that aid station is just.
I'm getting tingles now. It's just so yeah, and I still felt like I had a job to do, even though you guys were there. I still felt let's just keep getting them at home, and and then he had that energy to run through the finishing chute.
Yeah, and even on Sulphur Point, hiking it out at 10-minute Ks.
Totally.
Someone was saying on the last podcast.
Yeah,
it's flying.
Yeah,
dropping us on the walking,
and that just
overtook a number of people as well.
Yeah. And I think we did have running moments, but I think, at that point we were probably, he was walking, hiking just as fast as what he would be probably running.
Yeah.
If, I think he'll,
Yeah, you can do that thing where you that far run, you can overreach trying to run, and then you end up buggered stationary, whereas that continuous motion of moving forward at 10-minute Ks is pretty efficient. If you're reducing your stoppage time, that's pretty damn efficient.
Yeah, and he just did everything, he was just, he was drinking, he was eating, he was, his mind was good. He had work to do, and he was just in the game the whole time, just staying in the moment.
Yeah, it's really special being part of someone's mileage journey like that, and probably for you too, pacing and being part of his training as well. You were and doing it's a really special thing because it's not only the year or so, that sort of 9 to 12 months sort of lead in with the training. It's the years prior to that too, because you don't just go out and do 100 miles for your first miler, like most people. They've gone through the period of a few years in most cases where they've done a couple of 50s, and then they've graduated to 100K, they've done a couple of 100Ks, and then you start lining in your miler. It's not just a walk in the park,
No, that's right. And I think I spoke to him this week, and he's he would like to do another 100-miler one day. So that's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
To say that, sometimes people just do one off. But
because it could be a negative experience sometimes for some people. The one-off horror show, one-off horror show.
That's it, no more. But he. One thing also with Ricky is that his recovery has been amazing, and I think that was one of the things when I had my first consultation with him was it's not just during his running and with that cramping stuff, but it's the after. And it's just like he's just recovered so well, like mentally and physically. He's done all the right things, like he had the massage and he's just been taking it easy and nourishing himself again. So, I just real positive.
Because we all got to do, we still got to do life, right?
Still got to do life.
You got to go back to work, after race weekend.
Yeah. It just carries on.
We're not languishing about like pro athlete. No, sorry if you're a pro athlete watching this. Languishing about like pro athlete. Okay, you're doing a lot more training, so it's okay.
Yeah.
You need rest. But what I'm saying is, I'm going to go back to work.
Got to go back to work.
Yeah.
Life carries on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go, Ricky. It was a real honour to be a part of his journey. And and also I guess it was pretty special at the end for all of us. And we went back and we had lots of sleep. 35 hours I think we were up. Well, Ricky would have been up longer, but it's
funny.
So
now it's you're lining up for a 100-mile, aren't you?
I am.
At Faultline Ultra. The first year of Faultline Ultra coming up mid-April, 20th of April.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
It's coming up.
It's gonna come up really quickly.
Yeah. How do you feel about your first miler?
I'm excited.
At this stage. Excited?
I am excited. Probably a little bit nervous, excited. I've got 6 weeks to
kind of just
work it all out.
We're getting into the grunty phase now, really, aren't we?
Yeah. And being I guess the first year of an event, it's people will want feedback. But good.
Yeah, there's a lot more unknowns. It's the excitement, really. I mean, even us, we're down there. We're going to be doing these group runs and stuff. So on the Easter weekend, thinking of it, Easter weekend, the 30th of March, we're doing a night.
All-nighter.
All-nighter.
We're having an all-nighter.
An all-nighter. Running.
When was the last time? Actually, I have had one just recently. Tarawera.
So we're doing an all-night run from Porirua to the Macra. Porirua to the Macra mountain bike park.
Yes.
Which will be something along those lines of that route anyway. That section of the course. It's approximate. Is that 50 odd k's into the race to 100? I can't quite remember.
From the 100, but for the 100-miler,
70 odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah, 70 odd to 120 odd k's.
Yeah.
There might be a bit of variation there. We might cut it shorter or whatever.
Yeah.
And possibly some other options if people want to run a bit less too.
Yeah. But just having that, we were talking about before, having that solid nighttime training, because there's no daylight saving. Daylight saving is no longer.
So if you're training for the Faultline, even the 100k, or especially the miler, you are going to be spending a lot of time in the dark. A lot of time.
We start in the dark.
Yeah.
So we start at 4:30. This is for the 100-miler. And then we've got, it won't get light until about 6:37. That's 2.5 hours. And then it will get dark about 6 on a good day. And so then we've got 12, 13 hours.
Yeah. So you're going to 15 odd hours of darkness for the milers going through the night. So if you're a 30-hour 100-miler, half of your race is going to be in the dark. If you're over 30 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, it's less obviously. Yeah. And so even in the 100k, we were talking because the 100k starts at 10:30 in the morning.
Yes.
That's pretty cool, for the start of the race, because I'm doing that.
That's quite unusual too. Not many.
That's pretty cool. You're going to have a pretty good sleep on the Friday night.
Yeah.
I can just wake up at whatever, 8,
Cruise on up.
whenever. Yeah, so that's like pretty cool for the start. Like you're going to be fresh because you're going to sleep pretty well on the Friday night if you're doing the 100k at Faultline, because you don't have to like have an alarm or anything. You can just be chill. You can even stay up late and watch TV if you want.
Yeah.
Like go to bed late and
Yeah.
just have a good sleep.
Yeah. You probably would. Well, hopefully you do. Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, but even if you're a 15-hour, we were working out before, if you're a 15-hour 100k, half of your race is also going to be in the dark.
Yeah.
So, yeah, long story short, get some night training and get on the course if you can, if you're in the area, Lower North Island or whatever, or come do a weekend of training.
Yeah.
And get some night sessions in. Yeah.
And we did one the other day.
Yes.
We did like it was 12k from the beginning of the 100 miler. So that's down at, we start at Queen Elizabeth Park down the beach, but we started at Whareroa Farm, which is about 2k from the beach. And then we went up. So it's sort of quite a gradual climb.
So it was
not grunty, but just a gradual. Yeah, like it was, you could run it, but
it's like it's 8k, so you got 2k's into the race of sort of flat road or whatever, coming out of Queen Elizabeth Park, crossing the road somehow and getting into the
Whareroa
Farm. And then it was 8k's 300 metres, wasn't it?
Or more.
Oh, it was a bit more. It was 400. It was 400, yeah. So it was like 50 metres per k. So yeah, not a lot. Like, spread out on 8k's.
Yeah.
Especially the earlier sections. The earlier sections, were, very, like, you could run it. We were talking about it when we were on today. We were like, man, this is going to trip some people up. Because,
people are fresh and people, like this is,
because we were running up it, like, pretty much.
We were running up
Although we were quite, we were tired too, because we'd done, I was, because we'd done the Friday night run and the park run and then this 4-hour night thing on Saturday
boot camp was
night.
still going.
It was.
Yeah. That didn't end until Sunday.
Yeah, you even did a Sunday session.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
No, I didn't. That wasn't on your plan.
Yeah. Took it off.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, that's funny. Yes, so...
Yeah, so even on our tired legs, and the weather was shit as well. It was like, yeah, even on our tired legs,
like windy.
We were like kind of running it, and we were talking about, in the start of a miler, when you're super fresh, going up this, it'll be so easy just to run the whole thing.
Oh, totally.
And sort of roast, just overreach,
Yeah.
Like it is easy on any sort of 100k or miler to overreach in those early couple of hours. Like it's just so easy because you're still feeling good, and you're probably not even, for a lot of people, there, if you use heart rate training, you're not even going out of your aerobic zone, but from a physical standpoint, there's still an overreaching thing going on, because you haven't got you haven't sort of warmed up into the day at that stage, and you're fit and tapered and fresh. So easy to do, eh?
Yeah.
So
I won't be doing that.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, because some of there was kind of like these little ups, and the terrain was nice as well. There wasn't like any technical sort of, so you can move on it.
Yeah.
And there was like little flat bits, and we were like sort of saying, remember we were like going, is this runnable? Should we run in the race day? Is this a run? Should I run this bit? Or
yeah.
Like,
it's really gauging. To do that. I guess we're not saying like to walk it, but just to be aware of, don't go too hard.
Totally, totally. Easy to cook yourself, or easy to overreach. Cook yourself later. Yeah,
but then you've got once you get to the top, then you got quite a nice down, which is quite you just sort of go.
Yeah, it was a nice down.
Cruisy down.
Yeah. Good terrain as well.
Good terrain.
Yeah.
A few rocky parts, but not. Yeah, very. Yeah, sort of easy going down, and then you come to your first stream crossing.
I think there seems to be
which was nice actually.
Yeah, there's a few stream crossings, or river crossings in the course. We think.
Yep, there's one we didn't get to that that one, but there is quite a wide river crossing. But the good thing about that river is that they have got, or they did, the big concrete slabs.
Oh, yes,
So you
it's
just
like a
walk
vehicle
across.
crossing.
Yeah. So you don't have to try and navigate the rocks.
Is that the one in Belmont?
No, that was just before you get to Tarawera Park, which is your first hub.
Oh, it's like 30 odd Ks or something into the minor. Is that right?
Yeah.
So there's a few like crossings.
Yeah.
Is there another one at Belmont? Is there another one in Belmont somewhere?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think that's just that river one.
So this weekend we're doing the 8-hour run from Belmont,
which is where the 100k starts.
Yeah. So we're going from more or less the start of the 100k, we think.
We are.
Somewhere around the start of the 100k.
Yeah.
And we'll go, follow the course. And
so the start of that course, the start of the 100 is a big climb too. Up to Boulder Hill.
Yes.
Beautiful view. Hopefully we get one tomorrow.
Yes, looking good.
We should do.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we drop down into Tarawera. And then we go up.
And we're going to follow the course. We're going to run through the train station.
We are. Yeah.
We find out.
I think you have to. Not quite. Yeah. I think you.
Yeah.
It'll be
crossing
fun.
The bridge.
It's going to be fun. And I think that's the beauty of you guys being here is that you can, get to see what it's all about. And before the big day. And I get to be, I get to do those parts of the course.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
So if you're watching this, we've already done the run because this won't be edited. But feel free to jump on to like my Strava profile and jump on. If you click on my saved routes on my Strava profile, you can grab that route that we're about to do. It's saved on my Strava profile and chuck it in your watch or follow it on your Strava on your phone and go and do it.
Yeah.
Go and do it as a training session.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're finishing at Tawa. So after Spicer Forest, we're dropping down into Tawa.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're finishing at Domino's.
We are.
I just saw it on the map. Some people might want pizza at the end. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just saw it on the map. I was like, Domino's. Yeah, that's a good meeting place. Yeah.
Excellent.
That's a good pickup point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just in case, like get a craving for pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be fun. Faultline's going to be awesome.
That is going to be so cool. And I think it's like, I think the North Island needs, and this is like filling like a void, I reckon, like to have another like runnable a bit more vert, but runnable course that's like 100k 100 mile 50k and it's cool. It's like Lower North Island. Like that's so awesome.
You get to showcase Wellington and
I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to the dark.
Same.
You?
Same. I am too. No, I am.
Contacts are on the way.
I am. I'm getting my new eyes today.
Yay. Exciting.
But it's really important. Like that's one of the things. Like training's all good, but like having like really doing that nighttime stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's going to be a lot of nighttime.
Yeah.
Nighttime.
It's those the visually, obviously, in the dark. Just practicing that running, but also getting some simulation on the tired body through the night when you're tired and stuff.
Because it'll be colder too. Like it's not going to be summer.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, it's not summer.
I don't know what the compulsory gear is, but
I think it's the same as sort of any other event.
And that,
But just to be, I guess, mindful that it can get cold, and it's not just cold; it's the wind factor. Like we're going up, like some of the ridges, they're very exposed, and if it's a windy
covered.
day,
get a lot of wind down here.
Yeah, you do, but it can get cold. So just having that in mind.
Extra layer, eh? Like because I mean the other night I ran with a long sleeve, which is normally what I take for my, that's normally what I'd use for my compulsory gear layer, and I was cold.
But you were going at my speed.
Doesn't matter. Still cold.
Yeah. So just especially if you do start slowing down during the night, you don't want to get killed and go.
I think I'll take an extra layer, like if it's going to be cold,
Mm.
like an extra, and then the rain, the outer shell as well.
Yeah. So 5 weeks, 6 weeks to go. So the run is on the 30th.
Yeah, so
Easter.
Yeah, Easter weekend.
Could see Easter Bunny.
30th of March, night run. Approximately 11 p.m. through the night, or maybe we'll start it a bit earlier and finish a bit earlier. See as we get closer what the vibe is of the group. If you just go to our CMF Running Facebook page and click on events, you'll find it. Yeah, you feel free to reach out to us too.
Definitely. Yeah.
Cool. That's about it for today. You did well. We did well.
I think so.
High five.
That's awesome.
Smashed it.
My first podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
My first guest.
Yeah. I know. Special guest.
My first non-Charlotte guest.
We could do one, all three of us.
Yes.
Imagine that.
That'd be crazy.
That would be a bit crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might need more coffee for that one.
Yeah.
More mushrooms.
Oh, my one's empty now. I want another one.
I'm nearly there.
So
thank you for having me.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
We'll do more.
Yeah. And it's nice having Chris and Charlotte here too. I love these boot camps and it's been very good. Yeah. Awesome. 1 week down.
If you're in our crew as well, so if you want to, that training weekend we're talking about, there's actually more stuff happening on that weekend. So if just for members and clients only, if you want to join our membership, we'll put the link to it in the description below. It's just $60 a year, and you can come down that weekend and do some of the other training sessions with us over that weekend. Yeah, if you want. Easter weekend, man. Make a weekend of it. Yeah. Easter fun eggs. Easter eggs, maybe. Yeah. Treasure hunt. And if you're interested in getting some help from either of us, just reach out to us. We do free coach calls and that, and we can help you with your running or health optimization. Definitely. So, where do people find you on Instagram? Good Witch Runs. Good Witch Runs. Yeah. Yeah. Or Kimberly Moffat on Strava. Yes. You can message on Strava too. You can. Yeah. It's fun. Special, isn't it? Yeah. Excellent. If you want to reach out to me, NZ Nomad Runner on Instagram and Chris Lucas on Strava, and same on YouTube. And CMF Running on everywhere. CMFrunning.nz for the website. And that is about it. Yeah. Cool. We'll see you next time. Catch you on the next one. See you. See you.